Please be advised there are spoilers ahead related to the property being watched and or discussed. Hello! Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. If you're new here, thanks for tuning in. Welcome. This is where I like to watch, react, and share my 2 cents about a couple of properties related to sci-fi and fantasy. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you my condensed reaction to episode 13 from the 8th season of Supernatural. This one is titled, Everybody Hates a Particular Person from the Second World War, whose last name I rather not say for the sake of the fact that YouTube, doesn't like certain keywords. Okay, so episode 13, yes. And if you've watched my reaction to episode 12, then you know I am just falling back in love with this show if it's going in a direction that I think it's going, where they're going to really, I guess, pump the gas on all things supernatural in terms of how it was described in that episode with the whole supernatural mother lode that apparently they have the key to, right? So, without further ado, here's my reaction to episode 13. Yep, here we are, back in the 1940s, straight up, right to the point. Oh, what did he see? Is it like a monster version of Hitler himself?
Das Ding ist nicht aufzuhalten! Herr Hauptmann! Es hat Victor schon in 2 Hälften gerissen!
Mein Gott, was ist das?
Es kommt, sie zu töten, Soldat.
Sounds really bad. Destroy or die? I take it they're gonna die.
Ich verfluche euch, Hexen von Abraham.
Sorcerers of Abraham? What kind of witchcraft is this?
Intellum flammarum exsuscito te.
Oh! The giant! Yikes. Bulletproof giant.
Sag deinen Meistern, das ist lange noch nicht vorbei!
Whatever's in the briefcase. Grab it! I guess he doesn't need it. Alright. Giant Man, 1944. He'll find some way to end up in that time now, the present. Here are our boys. Lebanon, Kansas. Factory? Looks like a factory.
When's the last time somebody was in this place?
65, 70 years ago?
Oh! Is that where... Okay! Shit! Yay! They're continuing in with the story. I like that. So I guess this is not a filler episode. Oh, turn on the lights. I think I saw a chair. Machinery.
And radio, telegraph, switchboard.
Old time stuff.
This was their nerve center. And it did say that they ran dispatch on their own team of hunters.
So they all still work? I guess so, for supernatural purposes.
Wow, halfway through their coffee and a game of chess. Looks like whoever was manning the hob left quick.
Huh.
And the alarm call that ended the middle letters.
Turn it on, yeah! Ooh! snazzy decor. It is kind of library-like. I mean,
I think we found a Batcave.
Batcave. It's nicer than the Batcave. Well, with that kind of old school taste, you know?
Listen, little brother, let's not go all geek on this stuff, okay? Geek?
You're like in the meta of geek here.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Stuff is awesome. And it looks like they ran a real tight outfit here, but I'm just saying, you know, don't think that they knew some big secrets that we don't know.
Dean, look, I think we might have something here. Something that could help us, help humanity. Henry certainly thought so. I mean, you know damn well we could use a break. What if we finally got one? You gonna take off the dead guy robe?
Well, is it clean? So, I just realized, Men of Letters, what if other of them had children? Wouldn't that be theirs too? Huh? We might get new characters?
It's so late. I didn't expect you in at all.
3 times I had to transfer the bus lines to lose him today.
Right. Your sinister friend.
You don't believe me, I'm being followed. Nobody ever does.
I believe you, since you were mentioning it, then. So based on his accent, he's going to be related to the German stuff? Spellbook? Is that the... what was in that briefcase? Nice handwriting. It's way better than mine.
Grazie.
Missing pages?
This book, we need to protect it. This thing they put on me, he's too close. I can't take this ledger with me.
Of course you can't.
It's a ledger.
It's part of the special reference section where it will be perfectly safe.
I still have 10 minutes, yes?
8 minutes.
Oh, you little...
Die God, zit zullen die genoeg. Ze hadden de worm dan toch eens.
Shouldn't presume he doesn't know the language. I've been in a situation like that before. It's not pretty. I'll just take it anyway. Wah! I'm surprised they don't have some kind of alarm thingy on it, those barcode things. For such a seemingly strict library, you know? He's the guy that was following him.
Now listen to me careful. I got no time left. I found it. I found it. When you follow me here, you're going to need this number. Here. Q. Why so shy? Come in. Come in out of the cold. You'll have a cup of coffee with your old enemy. You Nazi piece of rubbish!
Oh my gosh!
You Nazi pig!
Is he doing that to himself? Or this guy? I mean, he was laughing. So it seemed as if he was self-destructing on purpose. 2 weeks later, okay.
Hey.
Sorry if I got that wrong.
So,
It's one of the-
what's Kevin doing?
You know, he's okay, I guess. In his corner, hacking out his Da Vinci Code. Nothing actionable yet.
Benching out this episode.
Well, so I have been trying to chart out the Letters network of hunters, their allies, affiliated groups they worked with, get files on.
Like in 1958?
Yeah, true. Most are dead or defunct, but others, I'm not so sure. And this one, we should definitely check out.
Rabbis?
Ah,
Really?
like the old
The
dude.
Letters file on them is sketchy, but apparently they
Yes,
were hardcore saboteurs. One Rabbi Isaac Bass. He was 17 years old when he joined the initiative and 85 years old when he died. 2 weeks ago. In a college town back east, he was capped.
Capped.
Yeah. He was there doing research, and according to eyewitnesses, he spontaneously combusted.
So, this is a case.
Sure is.
Just got back.
I was a research associate of Rabbi Bass, yes. I'm trying to complete his last paper for publication. I'd just like to review what he was after here.
Well, that would be quite a lot of material. He was here open to close for almost a week.
Wow. How about just the stuff he was looking at? You know, the day he caught fire.
Does shorten the list a bit.
He was always talking about this secret war that nobody knew was going on.
Conspiracy stuff. He was obsessed with Nazis.
But he said they were special Nazis. You know, necromancers.
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 Yeah, like that
Oh!
whatever craft that my little brother's always playing.
You, sorry, you both saw
Knows
the
that guy?
accident.
I can still hear his screams.
It was like the fire was alive. Like it was attacking him.
It was like watching the most awful movie, the most terrible thing you could possibly see.
It was like that.
Not all college girls are like that, okay? Just saying. It's so easy to laugh at them, but they're not all like that. I know you can say that for pretty much every single thing. I know.
Special Agent Bowling.
Really? Wow. I thought you were like a headhunter or something.
This is the second, maybe third time I'm seeing you today.
Oh,
Why are
really?
you following me, Gingerbread?
Oh, so we didn't have a thing back there, huh?
Oh, God.
I thought we had a thing back at the quad, you know, a little eye magic moment. I saw you here and I figured I'd wait until you were done with your meeting and then maybe we might,
Seriously? People who are in denial, they're writing it right in front of us.
Federal investigation.
Is that supposed to make you less interesting?
Gosh. The burden of being pretty, on Dean.
Okay, citizen. As you were.
You have a good night.
You.
Oh.
Okay.
Did they write that character in for that? Oh, that's a little silly. Unless they're looking to do a drastic change with Dean. No judgment. I'm all for character evolution. As long as it's justified.
Very hot co-captains of the women's volleyball team agreed that the rabbi's death was very unnatural. I think we still got a case.
That would explain why I have something stuck to my shoe.
You being followed? I think so. It's weird. I thought I was being followed earlier. Turned out to be a gay thing.
What?
Nothing. You need a hand?
Yes, please. Got someplace quiet?
Visitors parking. The booties.
Drop my keys.
Hey, pal.
Oh, damn. Run? Start running? Where'd they find this actor? Oh.
Stop. Oh, please.
Oh.
He's a golem.
Oh.
He's
Oh!
my golem.
Really?
Hey.
I'm used to golems in books. Golem.
The rabbi who was murdered, Isaac Bass, he was my grandfather. That's why we're here. When you guys started to follow up on his case, we started following you.
So wait, what you're saying is that you and me, we didn't have a moment?
No, man. I was tailing you.
Told you I was being followed. He was my gay thing.
What? Yeah, that's right. Keep walking.
So he's like an immortal golem.
Get Chia
Cool.
Pet.
So that's a golem?
Yes. Shaped from clay and brought to life by rabbis to protect the Jewish people in times of, I don't know, general crappiness.
Interesting.
My grandfather left him to me. I'm the last surviving descendant of the members of this thing, this initiative.
The Judah Initiative.
Right. And he...
Oh, whoa.
Well, who are they to know about the men of Judah?
It's okay.
We're hunters. Sam and Dean Winchester, we know about the Judah Initiative because
He's like
our
just-
grandfather was a man of letters.
What, a foot taller than
Yes.
Jared?
The rabbis knew the men of letters.
This guy again. He's gonna try to burn up the grandson, I guess.
So, your grandfather was in all this supernatural stuff too?
Yeah. Grandparents, mom, dad, truckload of cousins. The whole family was lousy for it, but we never had a golem.
Winchester golem, that'd be awesome.
This boy knows nothing. Observes none of the mitzvahs. Labors on Sabbath. Dines on swine.
Everybody loves bacon!
He's no rabbi. Yifalchumbi.
Oh, don't start with that stuff again.
Yifalchumbi.
Enough!
Alright, what was that? What was he saying?
It's Hebrew for something like take charge, but I have no idea what he means. Look, I grew up in Short Hills. I cheated my way through Hebrew school. I never really listened to my grandfather, what he was saying.
You could cheat your way through Hebrew school?
My parents, they did everything they could to prevent him from screwing me up with all his crazy talk. See, after the war, my grandfather spent the rest of his life trying to track down something he called the Thule Society.
The Thule Society, right? They were Nazis.
Nazi necromancers.
Necro who?
Necromancer, witches, sorcerers, dark magic, mostly with dead people.
Fun times.
My grandfather said the Judah Initiative started to fight them.
And the Thule murdered your grandfather, boy. Find them so I can do my work.
Dude.
We're renting here! Renting!
He's restless. At least he's vigilant.
My grandfather, he left me this message on my machine the day he died. And he said that he had found something that the Thule were willing to kill him for. He said he was hiding it here in plain sight.
Oh, the
He left me
ledger.
this weird, I don't know, equation.
Was it a combination?
Sam might figure it out.
It's a call number.
Can always count
Library
on
of
him for
Congress.
that.
Their filing system they used in college libraries, QL673. That's sciences. Birds, I'm guessing. Let's go.
That little head toss that Dean just did, that would make a really good gif.
Okay, so if I'm right, I think your grandfather switched manuscript FD113 out of the archives. Be right back.
I'm waiting to see how when that guy with the glasses is going to catch up with them. I spoke too soon. Ooh. Is it poisonous?
It's you. Took me awesome.
That's a terrible accent.
Give me the job.
Necromancer!
Stay here.
Oh my god.
Crap! Hey, big guy!
Yeah.
They're both gonna die unless we get whoever cast the spell. Come on.
So the thing is spellbound? It's not an actual poison in their system? Ow. figured he could snap his neck with his hand. Careful now.
Long live the tool.
Any reason he didn't just do that when he was upstairs? I guess he was being considerate that Dean maybe want to question him. Okay, fair. That's what I'm thinking.
The men of letters healed you. He saved your life.
What are they doing?
Burying the necromancer.
It is curious how Dean automatically knew though it was a spell. Did I miss that at the beginning?
Oh my god. These guys are psychopaths.
What? Coming from the guy who's inherited all that crazy stuff too? Come on.
This is the Red Ledger. It was lost in the fire that destroyed the compound that my grandfather was convinced it had been found after the war.
Well, it describes the horrible experiments performed on the camp's population. Magical experiments.
More horrible than words. I was manually gonna move its misc to tear that hell down. I broke its walls, its men. The Commandant burned the place to ash around me.
What does it mean when you tell Aaron to take charge?
The boy would know if he could consult the pages.
Pages? What pages?
When I was bar mitzvahed, my grandfather gave me this little old book. It was in Hebrew. It was like a owner's manual for a golem.
Okay, great. Get that then.
I can't exactly. I kind of smoked it.
The boys smoked the pages.
Well, he didn't
They
know.
were these thin, vellum-y pages. I mean, it was perfect for rolling. Okay, all right, look, I'm sorry, okay? Why can't you just tell me what I don't know?
It's not my place to guide the rabbi, to teach the teacher. It's not my place. You owe me.
I wonder what his breath smells like, since he's not human. Sorry, I can't help but wonder. It smells like clay.
So, as far as I can tell, these experiments, the Thule were murdering Jews, gypsies, just about anybody and everybody, then trying to magically reanimate them. They were trying to figure out a way to bring their own dead back to life. Which I'm guessing they figured out because this last page is a roster of every dead Thule member who was reanimated.
Anything in there on how to kill it?
Apparently they experimented with that too. Headshot. But if you don't burn the body within 12 hours, it reanimates again.
Well, at least there are rules. That's good. Rather than, dragging on till the end of the season to figure out how to kill them. Well, assuming this is not a one-off story, I guess. Ah, this guy's still alive. Or it's the one they brought back, right? Yeah.
The security camera's hard drives are open wide. You're sure he's been murdered?
Torvald was killed here, but not by a man. I'd know more, but his ghost was forced to depart before it could tell me. I knew enough to burn his remains.
Wow. He sensed to go there.
Play.
Oh, my man leaves behind residue.
Now the golem of Vitsyeps kills him.
Oh, no, God, not a Tool Society. Tool, T-H-U-L-E. Yeah, call me if you find anything.
Oligarch's contacts are stumped. I mean, the lore is all over the place. According to one legend, it can be shut down if you erase one of the letters off its forehead.
I didn't see any letters on Claire's face.
Exactly. We do know that he took on an entire camp full of heavily armed German soldiers and Thule necromancers, and one
badass Hummel figurine
that we have no idea how to put back in the box.
Great.
So that's your plan? Taking out my golem?
It's not a plan.
We would just feel a lot better if we knew how. That's all.
What makes you think you have any right to make that decision?
Oh, now you're taking responsibility for it?
Look, the golem was built to go to war. You're not trained for that. How are you going to take that on?
I don't know.
Will he even have a chance? I could totally see this guy dying.
There you are, you grim piece of work. After all these years.
Eckhart.
Animata diadam havlilan kayama.
Oh. Does he know what that means? Oh shit. Hopefully Sam remembered what he said, and then maybe I could see him trying to say it later on to get control. As weird as that seems, maybe.
Command you by the covenant of your makers, clay of Adam, surrender your bond unto me. You woke him, but you didn't take possession of him.
Oh, you're supposed to do that. Okay.
Write your name on the skull, boy. That's how you falhun me.
Oh.
I didn't know what he meant.
Now, which of you is going to tell me where I can find a certain red ledger?
How about you screw yourself, Nazi bastard? So what about you? You're not undead? So what'd you do? You cast a Forever 21 spell on yourself? Like your little friend at the library?
His name was Torvald. And you will suffer for that.
I gotta say, spell or no spell, he broke easy. So,
I don't think he cares.
I'm sorry, so a magic Jew at my feet, not a master in sight. And finally, our secret's secret once again. Which reminds me of a story. A Jew, two Gentiles, and the golem walk into a bar.
Oh gosh.
And it doesn't end with them coming out.
Terrible joke!
fools!
You can kill me, but you will never kill all the Thule.
But we'll shoot you in the head.
That's a start.
And then they have to burn the body, right? Was that it? Or chop off his head? I forgot. Very, very interesting. Oh. I guess somebody's gonna animate him again, or what? Can he hear what's going on and he can't move, or he's just completely shut down?
Well, now we know. Paper beats golem, fire beats undead Nazi zombie freaks.
So, what do you say, Aaron? We got a place we can keep him.
No. Eckhart might be dead, but you heard him. The Thule are still out there. Hidden. Active. It's my grandfather. He left me something important.
He's found his purpose.
Something only I can do.
Easy peasy.
Looks like I'm the Judah initiative now.
Follow me.
I thought I did.
Yes.
Okay. He'll be nicer now and calmer, I guess. A much better roommate.
Ordering. I'm making a card entry for our copies from the Thul's Red Ledger for our collection.
The elevator music. Sorry if it's a classic, I don't know.
Aaron's a J.I. and you're a man of letters now, is that it? Good.
Wow. They have a place to be, a Winchester headquarters now. Is that it? Yeah. Wow. Okay. I can't deny I'm a bit suspicious how long this is gonna last. You know, whenever something good happens to these boys, something bad follows. Seems to be kind of the pattern. But yeah, I'll go pick my scene and come right back to you. Well, I don't have too much to say about this episode because there's just a few things that I find very engaging, enough for me to want to rewatch it and fast forward to those specific moments. So the scene I ended up picking that for me really amped up my enthusiasm and my optimism and my everything positive towards what I can anticipate likely to come in the future episodes is the beginning when Sam and Dean head on over to the library, the bunker, the headquarters of the Men of Letters. I don't know what it's called officially, but I'm calling it the Winchester's headquarters for now. And I just find it so exciting because now there's officially this spot, this place that they can work from if they're going to kind of do it somewhat like the Ghostbusters, you know, where they have their spot, their place where they figure things out and then, you know, get the alarm bell ringing and start going off to different cases. That'd be pretty neat. And so it begs me to wonder, you know, what kind of characters are going to come up. Now, I did wonder out loud while I was watching if there are going to be other legacies that are going to show up, because I can't remember if other Men of Letters had children or had descendants that would inherit that place as well, and then have to, you know, perhaps work out a team thing with Sam and Dean. I don't think so, just because of the way the show is. It's very, you know, Winchester's focused. I mean, that's the whole premise of Supernatural, right? The Winchesters. But then again, I can't discount the fact that that would be a great way to introduce extra characters to kind of be a part of this team, right? Because there was a Men of Letters. They seem to have been their own little society. So assuming that the CW, and I think somebody did actually tell me about that, about the budget being a lot bigger by this point in the series, and so they could afford more characters, right? Anyway, I'll see, I guess, but that's why it's the scene I have to pick, because it lends to so many possibilities I can see ahead. But I do have that slight part of me, which I did express at the end of my reaction, where I'm just like, is this too good to be true? You know, they find this spot and then is something going to happen where it, you know, gets burnt down and then they're kind of back to square one. And in the end, the message is, you know, home is where baby's at. That's where they travel from. I don't know. I mean, if that happens, that happens. As long as the story's really good and it really grips me dramatically, I'm not going to complain about it. But it is very fascinating. Yeah, so character-wise, I did love the introduction to Golem. I think Golem's a very, very charismatic actor, and I just double-checked for myself here on IMDb. And it is an actor I've seen before in Smallville. I've seen in Arrow. Arrow is the most recent. Yeah, so he's in a bunch of stuff. But he really is a scene stealer. He has so much presence, aside from his physicality, just his voice and the way he communicates. What else? There was something else I was going to mention that I actually enjoyed watching just because it felt very realistic. Oh, yes, the moment where Aaron is like, you know, he smoked those papers, that little Hebrew book, whatever. I like that they put that in because that's realistic in my opinion. Because, you know, if you've inherited something you don't understand and it sounds crazy, it's a mistake I think anybody would make. They would, you know, I'm surprised he didn't say he just lost it or tossed it somewhere and never gave a hoot about it, but did to make it to the point where he smoked the papers. I thought that was an interesting touch. Especially, you know, to the demographic you're trying to attract. It was clever. So yeah, when it comes to my Ashamoji, essentially it's a 3.5, but I'm gonna give it a 4 because it did keep my attention from beginning to end, and although the pacing in some moments, actually no, because I was gonna say it was slow, but it had to be slow in order for the story to be fleshed out, and sometimes it's a little tough for me to tell because if you're that kind of viewer that needs constant like action, it's so easy to just write off this episode as boring, right? When it's like, well, there's a reason why some parts have to have action and some parts need to kind of slow down in order for certain things with the dialogue and with perhaps clues here and there on a visual level need to be fleshed out, right? So I'm not going to ding it on the pacing, but I can't give it beyond 4 stars just because it wasn't that much of a captivating story. So yeah, I'll give it a 4, a generous 4. But really, it'd be 3.5. And I guess I should make that Ashamoji. But I think it's a little much. I don't think many of you care that. And I don't know if I want to put the effort into it. Well, we'll see. We'll see. If I come across more episodes where they're always in the halves, then maybe I'll make one. But anyway, there you have it. That's my reaction to episode 13 from the 8th season of Supernatural. I hope you've enjoyed this reaction video. I look very much forward to your non-spoiler comments, especially related to the golem or any trivia you know about the set pieces. And speaking of that, if you want access to my full reaction, details about that is in a description box below, uncut, unfiltered, with a bit of extra commentary in between scenes. So until my reaction to episode 14, tuning out. Bye. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe and check out my other videos.